All right, let's dive into Notion. You've probably heard of it. It's that all-in-one workspace that claims it can replace pretty much all your other apps. Today, we're going to break down exactly how it works, from its simplest little building blocks to its most powerful, game-changing features. So, does this sound familiar? Your digital life is just all over the place. You've got a to-do list in one app, your big project plans are in another, and your important notes are, well, who knows where. It's that constant, frustrating shuffle between different tools, just trying to keep your head above water. Well, that's the core promise of Notion. It's meant to be that one single place for everything. But here's the kicker. It's not just a digital filing cabinet. It's a place where you can actually build your own custom tools, tailored perfectly to the way your brain works. Okay, to really get Notion, you just need to grasp one core idea. Think of it like a giant box of digital Legos. Notion gives you all the fundamental pieces, and you get to build literally anything you can imagine with them. And the most basic, fundamental Lego piece in this whole system is called a block. Every single thing you put on a Notion page, a line of text, a checkbox, a picture, a video, a giant table, it's all just a block. And just like with real Legos, you can click them, drag them, and rearrange them any way you want to build your page. So, you've got these blocks, but how do you actually use them? How do you go from a scary blank canvas to a really well-structured, useful page? Let's take a look. Notion is cool because it lets you work however you want. The most popular way is the slash command. You just type a / and boom, a menu of every single block type pops right up. Or, if you're all about efficiency, you can use Markdown. Just type a hashtag for a heading or some brackets for a to-do list. And of course, all your classic keyboard shortcuts work for maximum speed. So, what can you actually build with these blocks? Well, you can start with the basics, right? Simple to-do lists for your tasks. You can use toggle lists to neatly tuck away a bunch of detailed notes under a single heading. You can make important info really pop with these colorful callouts, but maybe the most powerful thing is that you can nest entire pages inside of other pages, creating this super clean, folder-like system for all your stuff. Now, taking notes is great and all, but this next thing, this is what makes Notion a true game changer. We're about to talk about databases, but trust me, they're not the boring kind you're thinking of. Think about a normal spreadsheet. It's just a flat grid of cells, right? A Notion database is completely different. Every single row in a Notion database is its own full, expandable Notion page that you can fill with notes, images, checklists, you name it. And you can tag each row with these powerful properties, like status labels, due dates, or even assign them to people. And this is where it all clicks. This is how you create what people call a single source of truth. Because once your information is in a Notion database, you can look at that exact same data through all these different lenses, and you never have to copy or paste anything. Let's look at an example. Here's a simple project tracker. It's in a standard table view, and it probably looks pretty familiar. You've got your projects, their status, their due dates, but this is just one way of looking at this information. But remember, this is a Notion database. We are not stuck with this one view. We can instantly transform this whole thing to understand our projects better without changing a single piece of the data itself. With one click, we can see this data as a Kanban board to just drag and drop tasks between statuses. Another click, and it's a timeline, so we can see how long projects will take. We can also see it as a calendar to focus on deadlines, or even a gallery to show off projects as visual cards. It's the exact same data, just seen through 4 totally different and really powerful lenses. So individual databases are already incredibly powerful, but what happens when you start connecting them to each other? Well, that's when you really start to build a fully integrated system, like your own personal operating system for your life or work. The magic key to all this is a special property called a relation. It basically creates a direct link between an item in one database and an item in another. For example, you can link every single task in your tasks database back to its main project in your projects database. And once you've made that link, you can start pulling information across your databases and perform calculations automatically. This is how you create those really dynamic dashboards you see people using. For example, look at this. This chart shows a project is 75% complete. How does Notion know that? Well, it's using something called a roll-up. It automatically looks at all the tasks you linked to this project, counts how many of them are marked as done, and then it just does the math for you, and it updates in real time. It's amazing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. all of this sounds incredible, but maybe a little complicated to build from the ground up. And you can absolutely build your own systems. But the good news is, you don't have to start with a blank page. Notion has this massive, amazing community of users and creators who love to share what they've built. There's an official marketplace that is just packed with thousands of pre-built templates that you can copy into your own workspace with a single click. Seriously, whether you need a super sophisticated project management system, a personal budget tracker, a content calendar for your blog, or a dashboard to organize your schoolwork, there's a really good chance someone has already built an amazing one for you. It's the absolute fastest way to get started. So at the end of the day, Notion gives you all the fundamental pieces. It gives you the pages, the databases, and the connections to link it all together. It's literally handing you a limitless box of digital Legos. The only question left is, what are you going to build?